Epstein files. Remember that? Oh, yeah, I'm going to drop that bomb right here because Representative Thomas Massie identifies 2 reasons why Trump might have flipped on the Epstein files. Why he flip-flop, flippity-flop. Now, you're probably wondering, well, gee, Kit, what are the Epstein files? Well, they used to be a big thing back in the day. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know why people decided to drop it or let the story die in the vine, but he was the most prolific trafficker in international history. And because of it, we are still seeing the fallout from it. Prince Andrew lost all of his titles and his bearings, and not to mention the whole world is eyeing Washington, D.C., Wall Street, and Hollywood with suspicious raised eyebrows because Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, knew the who's who, the players that be, the powers that be. And we always have to wonder, when will those files truly be released? And no, I'm not talking about that infamous jump for joy way early this year when you had influencers holding files that we already had access to. And then somehow they all miraculously disappeared off the Pam Bondi's desk. What, did the dog eat them? I mean, that used to be an old school, excuse back in the day when you didn't hand in your homework. But no, really, seriously, what happened to them? So I want to pull up this video here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. Be sure to hit the like button because, folks, this is only the beginning. Only the beginning.
There's 2 reasons he's flipped. One, his rich and powerful friends who've donated to him or go to his dinner parties. Like, he doesn't want to embarrass them. And because, and they may, in fact, not even be guilty of a crime. They may just be very embarrassed that they were having extramarital sex, with these women, for instance. So that's one thing. But I think there's also the intelligence aspect of this that goes even deeper. Maybe Trump is on one plane and he's thinking, I can't embarrass my friends. But there may be people in the administration who are career people who are thinking on another plane. They're like, well, let's convince Trump he's going to embarrass his friends, when in reality what we're trying to do is protect our sources and methods, which may involve sex trafficking.
Oh, right. Because remember, I think during the campaign trail, he was making that his promise. Now, listen, if you're a diehard Trump supporter, listen, I want to know who's on the list. I don't say this as anyone politically affiliated. I say this as a good person. Or I like to think I'm a good person, whatever, right? I think we all are trying to be good people. Don't we want to know who's on that list? Don't we want to know who's on that list? Don't we want to know who is on that damn list so that these scumbag politicians are held accountable for their crimes? Don't we want to know? It's a who's who, what. Epstein knew everybody. Let's just rip this Band-Aid off.
Yeah. And we don't want to embarrass our partner, Israel, in this time when the popularity for their war or support for their war is at an all-time low. And now we're going to find out that their defense minister, Ehud Barak, met was documented with Jeffrey Epstein 3 dozen times. Probably even while he was defense minister. He had previously been prime minister. I don't know that he knew Epstein during that period. I'm not sure how much of those dates overlap, but there are reasons that they want to protect them. There's reasons he's flipped. And I don't think his children or J.D. Vance or even Pam Bondi or Kash Patel were read into all that when they originally said all of this stuff should be released. I mean, if it's a hoax, what were those binders that Pam Bondi gave out?
Yeah. Remember those binders and everyone was jumping up for joy like, whoop-de-doo, woo. I remember that, and so should all of you. And I think the reason why right now we're seeing such a flippity-flop, flop on these politicians is because, yes, it could lead to global instability. Global instability. Well, what is that? Well, first of all, I mean, think about it. Most of the world, most normal people, I mean, they're not really plugged into social media. I mean, being involved in this media sphere, this media space, sometimes, folks, it could get a little toxic. And sometimes you find out things you just don't want to know. And sometimes you find yourself wondering, gee, how come more people aren't reacting to this? Because most people are just trying to get on by. I mean, if most of the world, if most people in this country understood that Epstein knew all the powers that be, the people who own our politicians, and I'm not just talking about Wall Street, but I'm talking about like the lobby groups and everything else. If all these people were so interconnected with them, which means they knew. All right, same thing goes for Hollywood. All your favorite actors and actresses, the directors, producers, and their proxies, they all knew. Everybody knew. Let's rip this bandit. They knew. And they know that we know. And if the rest of the world figured it out, I mean, my goodness, it would be a huge gut check to the infrastructure and power systems that we have here in this country. That what? Our leaders, people who are in charge of institutions that we quote unquote should respect, had knowledge that scumbag trafficking was being done to young people, and that they were best friends, buddies, or either that took money or had proxies take money from that scumbag. And they know that they could have stopped them. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of diehard vote blue no matter who and diehard Republican red voters out there who probably think at the end of the day when they cast their vote that their politician is working hard in Washington, D.C. Well, gee, they're not working hard because we got a government shutdown and people are starving, and oh no, people are losing their benefits, and oh no, people are dying in the streets, and oh no, they're all owned. Your vote never mattered because they are being controlled by people with money. And these people all knew each other, all friends. They're buddies. They're buddies. So guess what, diehard liberals and diehard conservatives and my fellow independents, boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, Gen Z, we're all in the same boat. And most of these people who could have done something right chose not to because these are, one, they have some videotapes on them. Two, they're cowards and afraid. They're not brave. They're cowards. They're little punks. They're so afraid. So whenever you hear them talk about good deeds and hard work, ask them how they knew Epstein, if they knew Epstein. How come no one's fighting to release these files? And the same thing goes for, yes, even our leaders, everyone from the very top. I think we have a right to know. For the people who have mysteriously passed away under very mysterious circumstances, which I press X to doubt because I'm wondering how mysterious they are. As a great wise man has said, and will continue to be a powerful force in this channel, and I want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick, were it not for this interview, I would never be able to use this, but listen, everything's going to be shown. To quote my grandfather too, it will all unfold in the end.
All lies will be exposed.
As they should.